I'm gonna start this off by asking, but by saying I was a little disappointed that you didn't adopt Cat that you didn't adopt Cat this season, because Cat was staying with you. Cat was staying with you last season.
Right,
so I was like, hey, maybe you can adopt her. And
well, she kind of like flips. So this season, Tabitha and Barbara have a club, the Sirens, and Kat, you know, she's in that sort of dark world. So she kind of comes in and out of the club. Like, we're aware of her, you know, being there and stuff. But yeah, I guess she's not like Tabitha and Barbara are like the main owners of the club. But she's kind of like in and out.
so how did you like playing Psycho this season?
Sorry.
How did you like the evolution of your character for this year?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's fabulous. I feel like this year she's really sort of being allowed to embody everything that has been leading up to now with her. Her journey has been sort of up and down, quite dramatic, but the kind of fun part of Barbara and like the wild part and the sort of dangerous part, now she's kind of living fully in her kind of power in this amazing club that they've built for us, and you know, she's like top of her game right now.
Yeah, it seems like Barbara really kind of really understands who she is now after everything that's happened to her, but she still is obviously very tied to Gordon and still kind of very interested in him. Do you think she's ever going to let go of him, or do you know, she doesn't necessarily need a man. She can give like, because I think she fully understands who she is now, and that's one of her weaknesses. Do you think she's ever going to kind of let go of that weakness, or do you think that weakness helps define her?
I think it does, yeah. And I think, like, I totally get what you're saying. Like, women shouldn't need you know, it's like the dramatic element of the story is helped by the fact that she has this one weakness. Because if she didn't, she would just be totally invincible. And even though that's brilliant, it maybe it's more interesting to watch somebody that has that like element of them. And like, I know how that feels. You know, I consider myself like somebody that doesn't need a man, and then you know, because you have somebody in your life that you're like, oh, that one guy, that one woman, you know, it's like, oh. So they keep coming back. They keep coming back. Yeah, it's almost like sometimes I think it's not so much about like having a man. It's just like sometimes when you have that one person that keeps returning in your life, it doesn't necessarily mean it's about them. It's about you. It's like something that maybe is missing in you. And I think that's what's happening with Barbara. Is there's probably an element of her, even though she's like totally embodying this like amazing, strong craziness that's sort of all empowering. There is a part of her that still just potentially wants to be good, like wants to save herself. Like, she doesn't need Gordon to save her, but she needs the element of goodness in Gordon to bring her back to goodness. So I think that's what he's representing.
When you play her, do you have like direction as to how far you can go with the crazy until the director or the producer say, wait a minute, pull it back?
Too much crazy. I guess in a way I sort of get free reign, but it's such a collaboration that I'll be like, is this too much? Like, is this like recently we just shot a scene where I was beating somebody up and I wanted to take off my shoe and like use my shoe, and I was like, how would that look? Is that too much? And you know, I was working with Danny Cannon, who was directing the episode, and he was like, actually it's not really reading as kind of as mad as it felt for me, and it felt quite like dangerous. He was like, you can't really see the shoe, so it's just like a wonderful collaboration, but every idea is available and acceptable. It's just we're trying to work out what looks best and what feels best.
Is there anything that you really wanted to do that you had to fight for that you actually got to do?
In the whole two series?
Well, in the whole series or just last season?
Anything that I had to fight for that I really wanted to do? Maybe I'll get back to you. I'll have to think about that one.
So outside of Gotham, what's your favorite DC character?
I really like The Flash. I think that's been a really interesting, like, fun.
Outside of our DC, all the DC characters coming back to television now, like Flash, Supergirl, Gotham.
Supergirl, yeah, it's brilliant. Comic Con this year. That's the biggest Warner Brothers that's got a lot of it.
Will she interact with some of the new villains coming up this year?
Barbara? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We've got a really fun season coming up where I feel like this season, like we just table read episode 4, and there's just this amazing moment that happens at the end of episode 4, which obviously I won't give away, but it's like, I feel like what we did last year and what we're continuing to do this year is really weave all of these different stories together with all of these different villains, and that's what I enjoy watching, because I think that each of these wonderful villains have been crafted so well now, and the audience know them so well, and to see how those stories may intertwine and like get excited about how they may intertwine is really interesting. So obviously this year we have Ivy coming back in a interesting form, and then we also have Mad Hatter coming, and I get to interact with both of those, so that's fun. Yeah. And they're played by Wonder Black.
Last season, the one question I kind of want a clarification on is, I couldn't tell if Barbara was playing Doctor Strange, or if she really did feel like she was killed.
Yes. So when she came out of the coma, she remembered. So when she was going through the stuff with the ogre, that was like the beginning. It was like unhatching her into this new kind of dark being. But her mind was, she was her, but it was like she'd gone to her most extreme. And she obviously killed her parents, but when she comes out of the coma, when she thinks back over that stuff, it's like somebody was puppet mastering her. It's like she remembers it, but it was almost like she didn't remember like the feeling of it. Like she was like, I remember seeing myself stabbing and killing my parents, but I don't remember feeling how that felt because it wasn't entirely her. So when she came out of the coma, the stuff that she was going through was strange. It was like she was coming out of a dream. So it was all genuine. She was genuinely feeling like she wanted to somehow make amends for what she'd done. But then when she went to Jim and she said basically like that's what we were talking about, like please save me, like you can be the final, you can pull me back to the good. And he didn't, he turned her down. Then she went right back to where she was, but now she has the knowledge, so she's not like, because after the stuff that happened with the ogre, she was kind of like out of control a little bit because she didn't have any like threat. She loved him, but it was like an obsession, like a kind of dark kind of obsession. But now it's like she remembers all that stuff, and when she's bad now, it's a choice. It's like F you, like Gordon's turned me down, I've got my own club, like let's see what I can do. But it's from a place of knowing rather than a place of like being led like totally by the darkness. It's like I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna make my mark now.
And the one area where I thought the show failed is it didn't give Barbara a proper backstory to justify her craziness. So do you think they're going to do that this season, season 3?
Well, I think the justifying of crazy was like she comes from this family who never loves her. Like she got all the money in the world but absolutely no love. Like her parents were totally kind of they were almost like dolls in her presence. So she never was wanted. She never had a place in the world where she felt safe. So I think the justification of the crazy was like this person who's totally searching for meaning in her life, never getting it, and then finding the one person that said, "Oh, you're amazing," was the ogre. Like so, he comes a man. She basically kind of came under the spell, and he was a murderer and a serial killer. So that's the justification of why he went crazy. But I think that now she's not crazy. She's just kind of in her element, like strength and power. She's got one in the side.